It's not about motivation. Winners need discipline. Wake up and win today. Discipline comes from within.
Boxing King Media in association with Boxer for the first time. We've been missing each other for the last year or so since you've come back, Liam. So it's a pleasure to get you for the first time.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. I watch all your videos and it's an honour to have my debut on Boxing King Media.
Good, so well, it's a pleasure to have you on, mate. We'll kind of pick up from your last fight. I was waiting to interview you, but I think you kind of got surrounded by all your fans after your crazy knockout. So I want to touch on your knockout first. Obviously, when you came back, you're shrinking away from the first time I seen you when you was losing weight. I don't think anyone expected you to go and blow out Harry Matthews in a round or so.
Yeah, I'm the first person to do it in one round, dropped him twice. No disrespect to Harry. Just shows you that I had an hard fight with Harry before. This was 5-6 years ago, and I blew him out this time, so it shows you what I'm doing. And I believe I'll be a British champion. I've gone through hell to get at this place. People don't understand what it's took. I was heavy as all. I was 128 kilo. I'm now boxing at 12 stone 4. So it's been not a long journey, but an hard one.
Yeah, it's well documented, how you've got to this point. So it's credit to you for still sticking to it, because I'm guessing there's always probably distractions out there, especially now that you're back, your name's back out there, and there's fans that are probably contacting you again because you're selling a lot of tickets as well. But the interesting thing about that Harry Matthews fight was I think he was the 10th or 11th person in 100 odd fights to stop him, and that's some serious statement.
Yeah, he said to me after the fight, as soon as I hit him once, he knew it were over, and I got him with a body shot, and if you could have heard how he were, he couldn't breathe with that first body shot. And before Liam Cameron, I've swung all low to take him out, but I just took that little step back. I thought, don't walk onto nothing, and I got him out there.
What is the dream now? Because I don't know if you can be honest with me, be honest with yourself. When you started off on that journey of losing the weight, wanted to come back, what did you realistically think, where you could get to? Because now it feels like you're in a position where you could fight any of the champions out there.
Of course I could. I'll fight anyone. And 8 months I've been in gym. 8 months. My first spar with Lerone Richards after 6 weeks. And although you think you've still got it, where you're carrying that much weight, you just stand. And I've slowly chipped away, chucked myself in deep end. I'd have laughed at you if you said I'd have been on my third fight. What we've been through as a family and stuff. And I'd like to thank Pierce, what's helped me. He's been my trainer through this. And Grant and Brian's helped me out a lot. They all help you in this gym, and it's good.
Where do you think you are now as a fighter compared to that guy that was fighting all them years ago? You're 33 now, so obviously you had age on your side then, but the Liam Cameron of today, how would he have got on against the prime Liam Cameron from a good few years ago?
I'm more tactical now. I think about my stuff. Before I was just going through motions, thinking just to train. Now it's getting pulled up on stuff. No, you're doing that wrong, and I'm not used to that. You're doing this wrong, you're doing that wrong. It's took 8 months to get to this position. Like Pierce said, what's wrong with you? I went, why? He went, you're absolutely smashing pads. Your power's unbelievable. And I think out of my last 6 wins, I've stopped 5 or 6. Do you know what I mean? I think only one's gone distance. And I've been boxing 12 rounds before, so for me, it's just getting back up there. So my next fight's an 8-rounder, 12th for April at Magna Sheffield.
And how are you finding the whole motion of selling tickets again? Because I know a lot of fighters hate that part of the game, but I know you brought a big crowd in, and I saw all the people that stayed behind for your fight at midnight.
Yeah, I've got a good support, When I was Commonwealth champ, I did £7,500 worth of tickets. I bet I did about 15 grand's worth last time. And that's just a small old show where people from all over, someone even from Sweden come to watch me box, Ireland, and they bought flights to come to watch me, and that's unbelievable. I'll admit it, a boxer can't be where he is without support. because they're paying to put me on the show, really. And I'll be honest, I can't do it without them.
What is the dream, Liam? Where do you think you couldn't realistically, like, let's just say by end of this year, what belt do you think you'd have around your waist?
I've got to be a British champion, and I've got to be.
What weight? Because I still don't know what weight you're going to go.
Super middle. Next fight's at 12 stone 4. So, super middleweight. Zach Chelly, Collins, Callum Simpson. They'll all know I'm back in division. Obviously, still getting better. Every time I'm in this gym and they leave me waiting, I'm going to get back to where I were, but a completely bigger, better version of myself.
I'm just curious, I was just saying to you there, when you come away from alcohol, drugs and all that kind of stuff that, it's well documented the journey you went on. Now that you're back on top, you're looking physically well, I'm guessing mentally you're well as well. Have you had any points in the last 8 months where you've even cheated on yourself, maybe had a cheeky beer there or anything like that?
No, I'm one of them. If I'm going to do it, I'm on that momentum now, so if I mess up, I'll go back to doing what I was doing. I was a raving alcoholic, crazy. I was going schizophrenic in my head. It weren't a good place, because obviously my stepdaughter died, Tegan, and that's been hard to get over, and my girlfriend's suffering with that. And when I used to shut my eyes like that, I used to hear crying in my head, and I just couldn't get rid of this cry. And slowly but surely I went to doctors. They helped me. I ended up in hospital because I had an overdose. But if I can do it, anyone can, because I was in a mess. People say, I wish I had your motivation, and I'm like, I didn't have no motivation. I couldn't even put my socks on in the morning, and now I'm fighting fit.
If anyone would say to you, because there'll be loads of people watching this and maybe in a similar situation right now, what tip could you give them to kind of change the cycle?
Start small. Know that in time you're gonna get there. Might start with a 10-minute run. I was knackered. The shirt was wet throwing me back, and I just slowly got there. I had to have a scare with my health. I thought I was going to die. Ambulance come for me, and I don't want people to have that scare. I was lucky to come out of it alive, and as soon as the nurse said that, I've got kids at home, do you know what I mean? They don't want to be knowing their dad is this alcoholic. But you can get there. I've got 2 and a stepdaughter, Renelle. So I've come a long way, and like I said, if I can do it, anyone can, because I'm nothing special. I'm plain Joe, whatever you call it. Just do things right from now on.
Last question I've got for you, Liam, is a bit of a hypothetical one. When obviously you got that ban, and obviously I'm not going to go into it, it's well documented, but if you had all the money in the world, and we've seen a lot of recent high profile cases where boxers that have got money behind them, they've managed to fight them battles and kind of bring a different argument to for their failed tests. But with regards to yourself, do you reckon if you had all the money in the world, you could have got a solicitor good enough to kind of disprove what they were saying and continue the career?
100%. All I needed to win my case was evidence, and I couldn't have scientific evidence because I couldn't afford it. They wanted £1,200 to open my B sample. If you've not got that £1,200, you can't do it. Same as hair follicles. We're going to cost £3,000 for 4 strands of hair. I'm like, how can I do it? I couldn't even pay the appeal thing, never mind out. So I got legal aid, and it weren't a right case.
Well, like I said, everything, I'm a big believer in everything happens for a reason, or if you are or not, but it's obviously led you to this moment now where you're a trainer, you're fighting at Grant's gym here, where got Pierce training you, and you're training Bree over there, so it looks like you've got some good things coming your way, and I wish you all the best. Yeah,
thank you, and appreciate his debut interview, many more to come. I appreciate your time.
God willing, thank you.
I got a question for you. Where can discipline take you? Discipline points you toward your goals.